What is up, money friends and the viewers of the tube? Wanted to jump on the Facebook machine, or actually this is the YouTube machine, and tell you I would not be investing in Arc5 or Arknet because you're just going to lose your ROI and you're just going to get rug pulled. I've been obviously talking about this for a while now, literally since a couple days before it broke. I was like, this is not good. This is not going to end well, and this is just going to be a clever scam and nothing's going to come out of this project. So far, I've been 100% right. I actually uncovered that the team is not who they say they are. Obviously, the Brett Nordine is essentially a stolen identity, and I've proven that just through investigations. Globe is not a real developer. I would say it's almost a string of scams, because if you look at how they're siphoning money into another project through the ILC, I would be very mindful. And all of this stuff is just going from project to project to steal the liquidity from investors. So let's get into why I would not invest in this project. And I'd be really mindful, because if we just look at the liquidity, I mean, the price has dropped over 60%. The liquidity is dropped 600,000. Reserves are down quite a bit. The vault balance is down. All these things are just crazy. I mean, just what was this, 5 days ago, the vault is down. It's a little bit up, it's down 10,000 ARC, which is equivalent to, at the time, between, what is that, 20,000 and, 20,000 and then some change at this price. At the top of the market, it was much lower. The market cap has dropped an additional almost $500,000. Liquidity is down 50,000. And it just keeps going down. And if anyone is thinking about investing in the pre-seed event, this is just throwing away your ROI. I don't know why anyone would ever take their ARC and deposit it to this. I mean, we can just look at Animal Farm. The difference is that with Animal Farm, which is down 60% in less than a year, it's based with pooled BUSD, while it seems like Arknet is actually not. It's just based off of Arc and Arknet, which are two worthless tokens. So let's just do some math, because math is, I guess, hard for people. How can we figure this out later? A worthless, I guess 0 times 0, I believe, is 1, right? Or is it undefined? 0 divided by 0. Here. So yeah, let's just go with that. What is a worthless token if it goes to 0? So for instance, if we take a worthless token like Arc5, where it's literally going from $5.71 at a stable peg, which again was a scam from the beginning, and I've told you guys all of this. And this, I mean, this just dropped 3 pennies in just today. So when this goes to inevitably to 0, plus another token, which is Arknet, 0 times 0 on a calculator just gives you an error. And that's what's going to happen to your investment. There's going to be an error because you can't actually pull any money from it, because there's no liquidity attached to that token. That token has no value. So you're combining your profits that you could be taking that's paired to BUSD to another token that literally is not paired to anything. And if you guys don't understand this, then you shouldn't be in crypto, because if you pair a worthless token to another worthless token with no liquidity, then you have 0 liquidity for both of those tokens. And right now, ARC is only the value of $2 because, well, it's paired to BUSD. And BUSD has value in a sense. It's pegged to $1. But people just don't understand crypto. People don't understand simple math, like compound interest. They just don't understand how crypto works. And so what's going to happen, and I've already discussed this a million times, but your ARK is going to go to zero. It's once this liquidity is gone, which is only 150,000 left. And I think let's check out ARK 5 on how much is being liquidated every single day. So 23,000 is being removed essentially every single day. There is some buys, but obviously that's just the kind of the tokens, the people that are using the ILC to scrape off the top. So there's not this many people actually buying, to be honest. It's all a sham. But if you think about this, there's a $4,000 or $5,000 in negative liquidity that's just being pulled out every single month. And there's only 300 and so thousand left. So if, I guess you have like 100 days, what is 300,000 divided by 4,000? 77 days, so about 3 months. And that's great, but let's see, have they finished the error card? Have they done an environment and shown the decentralized VPN? No. Have they showed the privacy network on the testnet? No. Have they gone on video to show proof that they're actually the people that they said they are? No. Did they report my Medium account to Medium for privacy issues? Yes, so that I can no longer have my Medium. Thank you very much. I'll just make a new one. It's not a big deal. So all these things, they're trying to cover up the scam that is ARK-5. And I've told you I literally called it every single step of the way. On the 18th, I said the ILC is turned back on, which it had this little pump, as you can see right here. I said that it will last like 4 days or 3 days, and it lasted 4 days, and now it's dumping. And so it's gonna just be this dump fest. And what really the whole what was the founders, the word from the founders or whatever, where they said that they're going to do all these things and they're not going to do any of it, is a complete lie. So I'm very, I guess I can say that I told you so every step of the way, and I have. And literally, this project is over. But if you think you're going to keep taking and losing that investment of yours by putting into ARK and get $5 when the value of the token, you're crazy. I mean, literally what they're doing is, when they said it was a war on bond, it was a war on syndication members level 1, which when they dumped the price of bond on purpose, they wiped out all the minimum bond people, which then wiped out all of their syndications, which then what they did was they set up, obviously, the round robin. So all of those profits would go back to that Guardian wallet. That's why they have 16 levels deep. And that's why they essentially did that, so that they could wipe out a lot of smaller wallets and a lot of team builders, essentially, if you weren't in the know, essentially. And from there, they have that 24-hour timer and the high tax rates, so that they can, any smaller wallets are no longer functional because it costs more money to actually take the tax, do the actual mint. And that's why they have the 50% and the range, so that they can essentially, once you hit your withdrawals on your principal balance and you go down to 1%, those wallets are literally non-functional. So then that leaves all that extra money for the bigger wallets and the whales and the people that are actually started the project, so that they can continue to milk the liquidity from the project. And as you can see, it's I've said this from the very beginning, and again, I told you so. So I'm very excited to again, this will probably be one of my last videos on ArcFi. Because it's just not exciting anymore. I mean, you have either, it's kind of like Drip now, right? All the people that made their money and it's kind of like, okay, obviously Brandon was right. Let's move on and go to a different project and, you know, do our long-term hold, build our businesses, you know, all the things that I talk about. And then all the people that are kind of just in on the scam or just don't use their brain to think and they just listen to the devs are going to keep just compounding and keep hoping and praying that something's going to happen, just like Drip. You have a bunch of NPCs that don't really think for themselves and just kind of go with the herd mentality. So that's about it. I'll probably do one more longer video, I guess, maybe in a couple weeks, to be like, okay, see, told you, like, nothing came from Arknet. The second quarter is already done. There's no DVPN. There's no really anything coming along. And then I can just be like, yeah, I told you. And then what I love to do is when all the people that were like, oh yeah, you were wrong, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, months ago, I just go back and message them all on the face or the YouTubes and be like, hey, what happened to that project now? And then it just bumps my videos algorithm. Well, I just still make money on the YouTube. So that's it, guys.